Executive Committee, collective members of collective leadership in the form of the members of this House. Ngikhuleke kumakhosi aseNdlunkulu. Ngibingelela ngokuzithoba kubona. Phinde ngizobingelela amalunga omphakathi asijoyinela through the live streaming. Members of the media, officials of council. I greet you all in the mighty name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I hereby wish to read the notice to all members of eThekwini Council in terms of Rule 5, subsection 6 of the Rules of Order Bylaw of 2014 as amended. The council members are hereby notified of the special meeting of the eThekwini Municipal Council scheduled to take place on Wednesday, the 30th of October 2024 at 11 o'clock through Microsoft Teams to be streamed from Durban City Hall. I thank you, Honorable.
Yeah, thank you, City Manager. Councillors, before we proceed, I have received a request from the chairperson of the Executive Committee, His Worship, the Mayor, Councillor Cyril Xaba, to give the Executive Committee some few minutes to conclude some matters in their report that have to be presented to Council, of which it is the main reason why this meeting has been convened. We will deal with standing items in our agenda before I announce what's going to happen as per the request from His Worship. We will now receive the leave of absence from the City Manager. Mr. Mpela.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I've got the following applications for leave of absence. I'm today. Statements is not available. Overseas trip, part of council business. Councillor D.V. Msweli is not available today. Is on municipal council business. I thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Those are the only leave of absence that we have received. I thank you.
Thank you very much, City Manager, for that. We will now go to the announcements, councillors, that we have prepared.
Honorable Speaker.
Hello?
Honorable Speaker, uKhansela Mvubu, sorry ukuphazamisa emhlanganweni, ngicela ukubingelela kuqala. Wena ngibingelela amakhansela, ngibingelela ama-officials. Ngokukhulu nje ukuyithoba somlomo, bengicela ukuthi usiphe adjournment mhlambe ka 15 to 20 minutes ngoba khona umuntu afisa ukuqedela la mayelana nalolu double so discusswa i-reports. Ngiyabonga.
Yeah, thank you very much, Councillor Mvubu. Maybe you were not yet connected when I made my comment on that request. I've already received a request on behalf of the Executive Committee, as we are confirming, from His Worship the Mayor for an adjournment so that the Executive Committee conclude the report to be presented to Council for this item. I said we are going to deal with the standard items in our agenda, which is the leave of absence, announcements, declaration of interest. Then when we are about to discuss the item in the agenda, we'll then give you members of the Executive Committee the minutes we are requesting to conclude whatever you want to conclude, Councillor Mvu. Is that clear?
Yes, no, ngiyabonga kakhulu somlomo. Futhi mhlawumbe umuntu benga-connect, ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much for that, Councillor
Sure.
Mvu. We will now receive the announcements, Councillors.
Speaker,
Yes.
it's Councillor Govender. My apologies for interrupting you. I was just struggling to raise my hand. On the apologies, please note 4 apologies for the DA councillors, Mkolisa Kubisa, Lindell Singh, Ramona McKenzie, all on sick leave. And then we've got Alan Peterson and
Please,
Daniel
please,
Mia on.
Councillor Calvender can be slowly, because the team
Sure.
that assists me is recording those apologies. Can you start afresh and be slowly?
Thank you. It's Mkolisi Kubisa on sick leave, Lindell Singh on leave, Ramona McKenzie, Alan Peterson, personal commitments, and Daniel Mia on sick leave. Thank you. Thank you for the indulgence.
Yeah, thank you, Councillor Calvender. Councillors, are all those leave of absence agreed? Councillor Nchai, I can see your hand is up. Okay. Councillors, are all the leaves of absence submitted approved?
Approved.
Thank you very much, councillors. We are now on announcements. Council members, to note that the convened meeting is a special meeting to deal with trading services reform strategy that need to be submitted to National Treasurer, accompanied by a council resolution on the said matter period end of October 2024. Council to note that in the approved calendar of meetings, the ordinary council meeting for the month of October is scheduled for Thursday, 31st October 2024. However, due to the request received by the Speaker of Council to accommodate council members celebrating the festive of the light, Diwali, the meeting has been moved to Wednesday, the 6th November 2024 at ICC. Council members should take note of these changes. As we are convening through the MS team, councillors are requested, number one, to ensure they connect in a decent environment with no disturbance to be caused by the surroundings. It also being noted that some of the council matters are of confidential nature. Councillors to be presented, since this is still a formal council meeting. Councillors are expected to raise hands to be recognized when requesting to speak on any item. You will then be unmuted from this side, and once you are unmuted, you will be expected to mute yourself in your gadget. You are also expected to switch off the video cameras to improve stability of the network. We have to connect in an area with a stable network, since some of the technical glitches experienced are not coming from City Hall streaming, but in the areas where individual councillors are connecting. You must stay connected for the duration of the meeting to maintain the quorum. We are also reminded, councillors, we are kindly requested to complete the attendance register posted on the MS Team chat. Any councillor experiencing a challenge, you are also requested to contact the administration that assists us in this meeting. Those are the announcements, councillors. Anyone to declare interest? We are moving with speed so that we can consider the request from His Worship the Mayor.
Speaker,
Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry, Speaker. My hand has been up. I was trying to raise the apology for 3 councillors for the IFP.
Yes, we
It's
tried. We tried to give you a chance, and you too. Unfortunately, I can see with the problem, but you can proceed.
okay. It's Councillor S. Gavenda, Municipal Work. Councillor 2C, Personal Commitment, and Councillor Biela. Also who has a personal commitment, who has lost his mother.
Thank you very much, Councillor. Councillors again. We tried earlier to give Councillor Nchai a chance to submit the leave of absence. Can we agree or approve the additional leave of absence, councillors?
Approved.
Thank you very much. Let's proceed. What will happen now? I will give the mayor and the executive committee time to conclude the report to be presented to council. The mayor requested 15 minutes. The time now is 11:37. I'm not sure whether the request is only from the mayor, because I don't want to give the mayor 15 minutes to conclude. The council meeting will then start officially exact at 12 o'clock. Let's agree that I'm giving you your 15 minutes, but Mayor, I'm also giving you additional minutes together with caucuses to conclude whatever issue. Then the council meeting will start at 12 o'clock. There's a Councillor Zondi, your hand is up.
Yes, Speaker, thank you. No, we were going to request 45 minutes as an ANC Speaker for the agenda yonke and the you cancel. Yes, thank you.
Okay. If we add 45, if we request 45 minutes, it means, let me check, City Manager is checking for me the exact time. It means I have no objection with your request, Councillor Zondi. It means we are going to start the council meeting at 12:30.
Thank you, Speaker.
By that time, I assume that all parties would have concluded whatever issues you want to conclude. I appeal that all of you by 12:30 be here, connected, then we start our meeting so that at least after 15 minutes we are done, we are released. Thank you very much. 45 minutes time for caucuses and ESCO is granted. Thank you. Let's adjourn. Come back at 12:30. Thank you.
Speaker.
Councillors, I assume I'm still audible. It's now already after 12:30. The time is 12:38. As per the arrangements, we are now ready to resume with our meeting. I assume that the mayor and the members of the executive committee, they process the report and they are ready to join the meeting, or they are already part of the meeting. And all other parties have sorted their issues. The city manager is not yet back. I'm waiting for him so that he can present the item and allow councillors to engage. And after that, we will make a decision about the presentation from the executive committee. We will then adjourn our meeting, as I've already said in my announcements, that the meeting has been convened to discuss one and only one item, which the city manager will present the item, then allow councillors to engage. I will request my team here to locate the city manager. I hope he was part of ESCO, maybe he's on his way back, but my team will locate him so that they come. Can you check whether the executive committee members have joined the meeting? But Mayor, I assume you are already part of the meeting, and other executive committee members, Councillor Mvubu? Councillor Upega, your hand is up.
Yes, thank you, Speaker. Greetings, colleagues. Speaker, before we adjourned, our caucus leader Mngcobo was trying to. Can you hear me, Speaker? Speaker, can you hear me?
No. Am
I muted, Speaker?
No, sir.
Yes, Speaker, can you hear me? Speaker?
Okay.
Speaker?
Yes, you are now audible. You can speak.
Thank you, Speaker.
Yeah,
greeting to the council. Speaker, when you were about to adjourn, Councillor Mngcobo had some question that he wanted to answer, to ask. Can I request that you give him a permission to raise, because some of the things that you want to raise, they might have a challenge with the same item that we are discussing. If may you allow him to speak, Speaker. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Councillor Mngcobo, you can ask the question. I hope the executive committee members will be listening, and the city manager, but you can proceed, Councillor Mngcobo. I'm sure you are unmuted this side, but the team is trying to check you. Please raise your hand so that we can confirm that you've been unmuted. Councillor Upega, please assist us if you can communicate with Councillor Mngcobo to raise his hand so that he will be unmuted from this side and unmute himself and address or ask question.
To phone him now, Speaker.
Okay.
But briefly, what he wanted to check, if as this council will
turn around Then after the whole strategy has been presented, then recommendations from the executive committee in a form of a report for council members to engage before we take a decision whether to approve the strategy or not. To answer you directly, yes, a detailed presentation will be made here, shared with all councillors, of which I was made to understand that the strategy already has been shared with you. If not, it should be presented to council soon after we resume our meeting.
Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you. I was still confirming whether members of the executive are back in the meeting while my team is locating the city manager to come so that we can continue. Your Worship, are you part of the meeting? Or any member of the executive, can you confirm that we are back? Because I haven't received any request to extend time council allocated to the executive committee as per the request from His Worship the Mayor and Councillor Mvubu. Let me check whether everyone is here. Yeah, we are trying, councillors, to get hold of the executive committee members. I'm told they are concluding their meeting. They will join soon. The meeting was requested by His Worship the Mayor, the CFO and City Manager, and the acting head, Mr. Msweli, to present this strategy so that it's being approved before the 31st of October, so that we will get a grant or a funding from National Treasurer to attend to our electricity aging infrastructure. It's a grant allocated to all the metros, but they need a council resolution approving the strategy, like what happened when we were adopting the water and sanitation strategy that was presented last year by National Treasurer and the Department of Water and Sanitation National. When I was approached by the mayor requesting this special meeting, those were the reasons that were submitted to me. Then I agreed to convene this meeting because it makes sense for me to create this platform requested by the ESCO so that we don't lose the funding or the grant to attend to our aging infrastructure. But for that to happen, a strategy is to be developed so that council approve or reject the strategy. I'm trying to explain to councillors why the special meeting has been convened, but the detailed presentation have to be made by the city manager together with the acting DCM, Mr. Ethnic Msweli, in fact, under the leadership of His Worship the Mayor and the collective of the executive committee, because the meeting has been requested on behalf of the executive committee. I'm sure that is clear, councillors. We have not yet started the meeting. I can see their hands. I will not hands now because the meeting has not yet been officially started in terms of what we've agreed on. Because if the executive committee, they are not here, it's difficult for me to say there's a report to be presented or there's a discussion that I can open to council, except that I had to explain to you why we have convened the meeting. Let's be patient while I'm waiting the ESCO to conclude. I will give you update. Just give me a few minutes to check with the mayor, because we gave them till 12:30. Thank you. Let's all get ready. His Worship, the Mayor, to table the report. Then after that, I will hand it to the City Manager. Unless my understanding is wrong, Your Worship, you will explain to Council. I think that a presentation will be made. Then later we will deal with the recommendation. Your Worship, can I confirm that are we correct in terms of our understanding before we proceed?
Chair, I thought the opportunity that the Speaker will afford me is to move the report of the Executive, to table the report of the Executive Committee. And then what then happens after that, I leave it to you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll handle that. Let me invite you, Your Worship, to table the report of the Executive Committee. Your Worship.
Speaker, Deputy Mayor, members of the committee, all councillors present, City Manager and all senior managers present, Amakosi, the public at large. Let me thank you, Speaker, for giving us the extended time, and we now can report that the EXCO has concluded its work, and it is my pleasure. It is my honor and indeed a pleasure to table the report of the Executive Committee. I so table it, Speaker. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Worship, for that. I will now invite the City Manager to present the item as it appears in the agenda. City Manager.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I hereby wish to table a report on eThekwini Municipality's Trading Services Reform Strategy, Electricity Turnaround Strategy, for Council consideration. Thank you.
Thank you very much, City Manager. Councillors, I'm sure you all follow the report and the recommendations. Let me check hands if there are hands.
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Councillor Mthethwa.
It's Councillor Mthethwa.
Yes.
I do have a problem, Mr. Speaker, because we've just concluded an unnecessarily very long EXCO meeting. And if this item is presented here with the recommendations that were there before they were proposed amendments to the recommendations, I think we are misleading councillors here. Present what has been amended by the Executive Committee, which we disagreed with because it was just steamrolled without anyone's approval. But if you're going to present it on the basis of previous recommendations, then you are misleading councillors. Because we are called upon here to approve or not to approve the recommendations, and there's something else that has just been steamrolled, and everyone else doesn't know what that is. Those of us who were there know, but other councillors don't know what that is. So present the actual recommendations that have been steamrolled by the Executive Committee, excluding those from the DA.
Okay. Councillor Mthethwa, I was trying to say the report that we have in front of us as council members is not the true reflection of what transpired in the meeting of the Executive Committee. There are changes. Now, if maybe the mayor confirm that, I will then request that a proper procedure be followed, where an amendment is being proposed, supported, tabled to council, then subjected to a vote in terms of our procedure and our rules. but I will double check with the mayor whether what we are saying is correct, that the recommendations in front of us are not the true reflection of the executive committee meeting. Your Worship, can you assist council so that we are procedural?
Yes, correct, Mr. Speaker. The report that ought to be on the table of council, Mr. Speaker, is the one I'm tabling it myself. Council received before ESCO processed it. Did not come from ESCO, so it's not legally, it's not validly before the House. What is validly before us is what I'm presenting now. So it needs no, if there is a, then that can be an issue to be entertained. I'm not too sure, Speaker, if you understand. Anything that was submitted to members or presented as purported to be coming from the executive committee is not what is on the table. What is on the table is what I'm presenting now, which is a product of a committee that said about a few minutes, about for about an hour or two ago. Not few minutes, an hour or two ago. Thanks.
Speaker, Councillor Lukubheka here.
Speaker?
Speaker, Councillor Lukubheka here.
Awumancane ukubheka space la. Mr. Speaker?
Speaker.
Sorry, Chorus, I'm still consulting with my team here. Right, council members, let me address the issue raised by Councillor Mthethwa and raised by the mayor. The information I'm getting from the Secretariat is that a reformed strategy has been circulated to all councillors. What is missing now is a report with a recommendation from the executive committee that have just concluded their meeting a few minutes ago. Now, the report the mayor was tabling to council, that report is still not ready, is still being prepared, because it's a report from a meeting that have just been concluded now. Now, the report is not in front of council. The report will be ready in the next few minutes, I'm told, by the Secretariat that supports the executive committee. What should have happened? The executive committee, at the conclusion of their meeting, when they came back to council, they should have reported that, Speaker, we have ended our meeting, but the report is not yet ready. We request 10-15 minutes for the Secretariat to capture or to conclude the report with a recommendation to council. Then we grant them the time. Then once the report is ready, it's brought to council, emailed to all of you, or beamed in our screen so that you can follow, and someone will talk to the report and we resolve the matter. That's what should have happened. Unfortunately, I never get an indication that the report is not ready. Now, so that we are orderly, this procedure, and I apologize, councillors, for this. If there are challenges in terms of concluding report in time, it impacts council. Now, I want to apologize for the delay and confusion, so that we are orderly. We are now going to give the secretariat to type the report, conclude the report, email the report to all council members. Then once the report has been circulated, same report presented by tabled by the mayor, who will then discuss the report and the recommendations. Let's adjourn. Let me give the team that is doing the work. I know it's difficult even for them to type the report, rushing, because ESCO concluded their business or their matters late. Let's give them 15 minutes, then we'll be back after 15 minutes to allow the report from the executive committee to be in line with our rules and our procedures, must be typed with recommendations, circulated to all councillors before we discuss the report. Let's adjourn for 15 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker.